called the Macmillan Miracle. Soon after arriving in the land of the Ganges, Swamiji had written to Brahmananda about the publication of his Bhagavad Gita in New York. He was especially enthusiastic because a major publisher, Macmillan, had agreed to take it on. This was a discussion that had started before Swamiji left for India. This is a letter from Prabhupada. In continuation of yesterday's letter signed by Kirtanananda, I may further inform you that the Macmillan contract is very important. I have already confirmed the terms, and you are herewith authorized to sign on my behalf. This is to Brahmananda. If the contract is bona fide, then there is no need of printing the books at my responsibility, either in Japan or India. I shall be satisfied with the commission, and shall only be glad to see that the books are being read by hundreds and thousands of men. Prabhupada's motivation wasn't profit. He wanted to get the books out. And if it only meant a commission for him, he was perfectly happy. He wanted to get those books printed by a big publisher. Whatever profit may be derived from it will be utilized for development of the American house here. So any profit would go to the preaching in India. I would have been very glad if Hayagriva, yourself, and Rai Ram, along with Kirtananda, would have been present combinedly and give a start to the American house. Negotiation for a plot of land is going on, and as soon as it is settled, we shall begin the work. Kirtananda is feeling the warmth of the city, a little tediously. For me, this warmth is a little bracing. Anyway, you try to fructify this contract, and it will be a great relief to me. We have already written to Hayagriva to return to New York and deliver the manuscript copy over to Macmillan, the balance of part of which is the Gita Upanishad, which is to be edited, should be finished as soon as possible, and wherever necessary, he may consult you by mail. This is Vrindavan, a letter from Prabhupada in August 1967. This is just over a year after Prabhupada's been initiated, and he's got this enormous duty of making sure the Bhagavad Gita gets published. So Prabhupada loaded a phenomenal responsibility on the shoulders of his disciples. Massive responsibility, according to their capacity. It wasn't as if Prabhupada did it haphazardly. So Prabhupada could see the potential of everyone, and people got service according to their capacity. And seeing Brahmananda's love for Prabhupada, seeing his love and capability, he gave him this big responsibility. Because it was that love for Prabhupada that took you through. It carried you through. One time, Prabhupada said to Brahmananda, start a magazine, Back to Godhead. He said, Prabhupada, I've never done a magazine. I don't know how to do a magazine. Prabhupada said, pray to Krishna. He'll help you. So Prabhupada had faith in his disciples who had love for him. And that's the key. Swamiji then gave the manuscript to Roy Ram as an early disciple with some experience in publishing. Roy Ram was unsuccessful in his attempts. Roy Ram was too unsuccessful in his attempts. His contacts explained their hesitation in much the same way as Allen Ginsberg did. So far, although the manuscript's there, no one's had any success getting accepted. Enter Brahmananda. He vividly relates the story as if it were yesterday, though it was more than 40 years ago. Brahmananda says, I didn't know anything about publishing, he admits. But Swamiji put the manuscript in my hands, saying, you must get this published. So I knew what I had to do. What he didn't know was how to do it. If Ginsberg and Rai Ram couldn't get the book published, how would he? I bought a couple of books on publishing, and I was about to take a course at R.R. Bolker, noted in the publishing industry. I just didn't know what to do. Still, Swamiji wanted me to get the book published, and that was there. Around this time, the Devotees had released the Happening album. That's the first record ever made. An assortment of devotional songs as described in the previous chapter. They had placed an ad for the record in the Village Voice and were receiving orders from various parts of the East Coast. One such order came from Midtown Manhattan. This is the past day. Relatively close to the little storefront serving as a temple for Swamiji and his early disciples. Brahmananda brought the letter to Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada's master, Swamiji. Look, Swamiji, it's an order from Macmillan. They're one of the biggest publishers in the world. This is an order for an LP, a record. Swamiji gazed knowingly into his disciples' eyes and gave the following directives. He said, do not mail out this order as we do with the others. Instead, bring the record to Macmillan's offices and hand and deliver it to the person who has sent us the letter. Brahmananda nodded, aware that Krishna was using him as an instrument. Now Prabhupada says, when you deliver the album, Swamiji continued, tell them that you are a disciple of a guru from India and that he has translated the Bhagavad Gita. They will publish it. Do not worry. Brahmananda was stunned. Swamiji seemed so confident. There was no doubt the book would get published, but by Macmillan? One couldn't do much better than that. The next day, dressed in suit and tie, Brahmananda made his way to the Macmillan skyscraper in 3rd Avenue, just off 52nd Street. His expectations as large as the building itself. He was disappointed when he learned that the order for the album had come from an accountant, not an executive or a prominent person in the company. This really had nothing to do with the publishing company, remembered Brahmananda. It was just a simple worker who had some interest in mantras and meditation. So, Brahmananda dutifully delivered the album and had pretty much given up hope that his teacher's Gita would get published. Just then, in the midst of a polite small talk with the accountant, a young executive happened to appear in their midst and was introduced to Brahmananda. This is James O'Shea Wade, our senior editor. Brahmananda seized the moment. I'm a disciple of a guru from India, he said, trying to repeat Swamiji's words verbatim. He has translated the Bhagavad Gita. What? Wade responded, incredulously. We just published a full line of spiritual books and we were looking for Bhagavad Gita to fill out the set. Brahmananda's mouth dropped open. Though at a loss for words himself, he contemplated the potency of Swamiji's words. They will publish it. Do not worry. Wade broke the awkward silence. You bring me the manuscript tomorrow, he offered, and we'll publish it. Sight unseen. That means not even have to look at it. We'll publish it. Brahmananda raced back down to the storefront and told Swamiji the news. In his own inimitable way, Swamiji was nonchalant, as though he knew what would transpire before it happened.